Hi guys, Cornel de Tweer. Once again, welcome to my workshop. Welcome to the third video on my series on how to make large diameter wooden screws at home. So in the previous two videos, I showed you how to make the screw, the hub, the handle and the gaiter. And then in this video, I'll show you how we're going to turn that blank into the nut. So once again, the jig that I'm using here is one of Woodsmith Plan's jigs. I think they call it a wood threading jig. So yeah, I'll put a link in the description down below and you can have a look at their original jig over there. But let's come a bit closer and let me show you how this jig works. Okay, so the key components of the jig is basically this lead screw that is mounted on these supports, and on the left hand side we've got our 1/2 inch router mounted on a carriage. And the mounting, the nut will be mounted here on the mounting block. Then the lead screw was cut on the jig we used for the main screw as well. And you can see the pitch on that lead screw is exactly the same pitch as what I have here on my screw. So basically, sorry, let's just come in a bit closer. You can see here at the back we've got this little block with a V-notch that pushes into the thread over here. So as this lead screw is turning, you can see that the block will be moving forward and closer to the spinning router bit. So basically what will happen, the router bit will be sitting on the side of the holes that we're going to drill in here just now. And as the nut is spinning and it's coming closer to the bit, this thread will make sure that that same thread is cut here on the front, on the inside of the router bit. Let's just have a closer look at the router bit itself. I had this one made, custom made by a local engineering shop. Afterwards I saw that Magnate is selling these, so I'll put a link in the description where you can buy a bit like this. I think it's called a twin V bit. And yeah, it's basically, in my case, I'm using these replaceable cutters that's mounted onto the bit, but the Magnate one just have a normal carbide bits mounted directly onto the bit. You'll also see the Magnate bit at the front has got a bearing, but rather take that bearing off, else it will interfere with your threads as you start cutting it. That first bit was probably a bit confusing, but I'm sure you'll understand a bit better as soon as we get going. To start off with, first need to drill a clearance hole through the nut where the bit will start the threading. Next up, putting a center on both sides of the nuts. Off camera I just mounted the mounting block with my alignment lines. So let's get it into the jig here. Just need to make sure here on the right hand side that wedge is going straight and nice into the block over there. So the first thread is done, and now just move it backwards a little bit into the second valley to cut the second thread. I previously did a test cut on a piece of pine just to make sure how far I need to move the carriage for the router across. So that's what this stop block is here for. But I don't want to go all the way straight to the final one. So let's just put a little bit of a shim in there, and then we can test it before we do the final cut. Let's just test the fit. Doesn't seem to be fitting yet. I'll have to do that last fine cut. There it goes, it's catching. It still need to go a bit finer, a bit deeper. Let's see if it fits now. There we go. Let's see for a final fit. There we go. Perfect. You can see that chamfer that I put on at the start, I made just slightly wider than the 50 mm of the screw. So you can see there's a little bit of that chamfer left on both sides. So that just helps for the screw that has got the chamfer here at the front as well to fit in nicely there and then to engage easily. There we go. Well, there you go, guys. So screws done, screw, hub, handle, gaiter, nut, everything ready for the finish. What I like to do is put on this Osmo Poly X hard wax oil. The wax in it makes it really nice and smooth, and then it really slides nice and smooth through the nut. So yeah, here you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead of you, and all the best. God bless.